Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bible in 5 Minutes series. Today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood books in the Bible, Leviticus. Yep, the one with all the laws and sacrifices, but there's way more to it than rules. Let's break it down. Okay, quick disclaimer before we dive in. Leviticus is one of those books that can be kind of tough to translate into English. So some of these laws and rules might sound confusing or repetitive because of how they have to be translated. So just hang with me here, all right? First things first. It's the third book in the Bible. It comes right after Exodus, which tells the story of God delivering the Israelites from slavery in Egypt and setting up His covenant with them at Mount Sinai. In Exodus, God gave the 10 Commandments and outlined the basics of how He wanted His people to live. And in Leviticus, God gets into the nitty-gritty details of what life looks like now that these people have been set free and are living under this new covenant. So, what does the word Leviticus even mean? Well, it gets its name from the Hebrew word Levi, which simply means to attach or to join. And that's exactly what this book is all about. Attaching or joining God's people to Himself, teasing through various laws and rituals. Now, overall, there are 3 main sections to Leviticus. The first section, chapters 1 through 7, talks about different kinds of sacrifices. We've got burnt offerings, grain offerings, peace offerings, sin offerings, and guilt offerings. Now, these offerings might sound kind of gross to us today, but for the ancient Israelites, these were ways to worship God, to seek forgiveness, and to show dedication to Him. The second section, chapters 8 through 10, talks about the priesthood. It says that Aaron and his sons are officially priests, meaning they're the ones who can offer sacrifices on behalf of the people. Basically, they're the ones who go into the Holy of Holies, the most sacred place in the temple where God's presence is. They're the ones who can go in because they're clean and holy. And this teaches us something really important about God. God is holy. So holy that only those who are perfectly clean can be in His presence. And no human being is perfectly clean. In fact, we're all unclean. This leads us to the third section, chapters 11 through 27. Called the holiness laws. These laws talk about clean and unclean foods, rituals and festivals, and also some moral laws, like how to deal with someone who curses their parents. And all these laws point to the same thing, being set apart or holy. It's not about being perfect. It's about being set apart for God despite your imperfections. So those are the 3 main sections of Leviticus: sacrifices, priests, and holiness. Why do they matter? Why should you care? Well, here's the thing. Everything in Leviticus was pointing forward to Jesus. The sacrifices pointed to Jesus, our perfect sacrifice. The priests pointed to Jesus, our great high priest, and the laws pointed to Jesus, who came so that we could be clean and forgiven. In Hebrews 10, the author says that the law is only a shadow of the good things to come. In other words, everything in Leviticus was just a preview of what was to come through Jesus. So here's your 5-minute takeaway. Leviticus shows us God's holiness and His desire to be close to us, even when we mess up. It's not about keeping all the ancient laws, but it's about recognizing that we need grace because we can't be holy on our own. Thanks for watching. Leviticus makes more sense now. Hit like and subscribe for more episodes in the Bible in 5 Minutes series. And we will see you next time.